we're ready. I'm going to call the meeting to order. Pledge of allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Public remarks. These are to be on agenda items only, please. Anyone? Sure.
My name is Becky Millark. This is in regards to number 9. On July 21st, I applied for the Open Planning Commission position. On August 4th, Pam sent me a polite email thanking me for my interest, confirming my application had been received, and saying the supervisor would review the documents I submitted. Since then, nothing. No phone call, no email, no interview. From my understanding, there has been very limited interest in this position, so I have to ask, why wasn't I given the courtesy of an interview? Why wasn't I even considered? Let me remind you of my background. Smile all you want, Greg, it's real cute. I proudly served, you are, now you're laughing.
I'm a happy guy.
Good for you. I proudly served for the city of Wixom for many years on the fire department, EMS, and as the secretary-treasurer of our department. I dedicated about 15 years of my life protecting residents and serving them. I hold a law enforcement degree. I had a successful 10-year career at General RV where I was a proven and dedicated employee. And for the past 5 years, I've owned and operated a small business right here in Tyrone Township, contributing to this community just like I did in the past. And yet, here, I wasn't even given the respect of an interview. No explanation, no opportunity, just silence. To me, this is clear I'm being politically targeted because I've been outspoken and I'm friends with certain individuals in the township. And that's shameful. I already know this board won't answer me. You'll sit there and stare at me and pretend the question doesn't exist. But the residents in this room and the residents watching online deserve to know exactly how you operate. So I'll ask anyways, why wasn't I interviewed? Why was I ignored when I am more than qualified and willing to serve in this community? Silence, as expected. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Good evening. Thank you for letting me speak. I'd like to just speak briefly on the Oaks of Tyrone.
Your name, sir?
Oh, I'm sorry, Ken Carter.
Ken Carter? All right.
8104 Sheraton Park Drive. Just a stone's throw that way. I moved in here 2023, and I drive by here every day. I've been watching this development here, wondering what it is. I do a lot of research trying to find it out. I see just recently a lot of stuff that's come about. I see a judgment, and you're looking for approval. And I just want to make sure that, you know, this was just submitted by this group on the 24th of July, and here we are 30 days looking at a final approval. How could you even have confirmed all of the environmental issues were dealt with as the judgment says have to be done? You know, Great Lakes, Livingston Road Commission. I do this type of work. You can't get through these agencies in 30 days. Have they provided all those approvals for to move forward per the judgment? I just would like to make sure that that has been done. It just seems like an amount of time that, how could they do it? Maybe they did it ahead of time, but I don't see any of that information provided or shared. I don't know if there's an EA required for this type of work, but there's almost zero notification to residents within this area on a happening of this nature. I've been watching it fairly closely, trying to see that there would be some public information. And, you know, looking through all of, you know, the documents available to me through the township, there's very little information. I know this started a long time ago. Probably, I don't know, maybe even 10 years ago, there was a submittals to try and build this, and it was rejected for several times. And it seems as though the judgment really just says that the judgment was accepted due to the board just wanted it to go away, which is in a way just letting these things happen. If you sue the board, you can maybe get away with things. Maybe were they throwing too much money at it? I don't know. But I moved here because of the rural community, because of the rules of the zoning, 3 to 5 acre splits only. It just seems as though this is a very quick time frame, and I'd like to know, and I hope you can answer that, these requirements were all met.
Yep.
I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Good evening. My name is David Combs, and I have the privilege of serving as supervisor over in Kalamazoo Charter Township. I'm visiting you this evening with respect to agenda item number 9 in a personal capacity to express personal support for Mr. Jim Combs, my father, and Mr. Tim Broad, a good friend, for the vacant positions to which they applied on Tyrone Township's Planning Commission. I wrote to you earlier in July, Mr. Supervisor, expressing my support for these two, and I'm certain that the qualities I referenced in that letter came through in their candidate interviews. For the benefit of the entire board, however, I did just want to briefly read what I communicated to the supervisor as written on July 24th. I'd like to express my personal support for Mr. Jim Combs and Mr. Tim Broad to fill the vacant positions in Tyrone Township's Planning Commission. Mr. Combs and Mr. Broad are Tyrone Township residents, of course, who have tirelessly advocated for the success of their community. As a relative and friend, I've personally observed both of their impressive work ethics and desire for transparent and fair local government for all residents. As a local government professional myself, I have been very impressed by their skills at seeking out information and facilitating community conversations in the interest of best government practices. Both of these individuals have consistently attended and participated in past meetings of this Board of Trustees as just one of many displays of their interest and commitment. Tyrone Township is fortunate to have many committed residents like Mr. Combs and Mr. Broad who are willing to serve their community, and I'm pleased to serve as a personal reference for both. And just to be clear, neither of these gentlemen asked me to be here this evening, nor are they aware, or they may be now, that I am here this evening, but after personally observing their deep commitment to this township, I felt obliged to speak in their support. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Jeanette?
Jeanette Ropetta. Tonight you're being asked to appoint new members to the Planning Commission, and you just heard from someone that recommended 2 of them. I happen to know the 2 people that he recommends. I've never met that man before. But anyway, this is one of the most important roles in this township. They make recommendations on land use, zoning, and development that affect every resident. But here's the problem. Supervisor Carnes didn't bother to interview all the applicants. He had at least 3 names in front of him that I know of. How can he possibly know which candidate is most qualified if he didn't even sit down with each of them? Think about what this says to the community. Residents take the time to apply, put their names forward, and offer to serve. And instead of being given a fair shake, they're ignored because the supervisor already has someone picked out. This is not an open process, and that is not transparent government. And this isn't just about tonight, it's a pattern. We've seen it before. Decisions made behind closed doors, outcomes determined before the meeting even starts. It's not fair to the applicants, and it's not fair to the people of Tyrone Township who expect these roles to be filled by the best candidates, not just the pre-selected ones. So here's the truth, when the supervisor refuses to interview all the applicants, it tells us the decision was already made before he gave all applicants a chance to prove why they want the job and how they would do a great job. Our supervisor will say, it doesn't matter, the law says he gets to nominate whoever he wants. Yeah, that's exactly what we had with the last supervisor, exactly what you said you wouldn't do, Greg. The residents of Tyrone Township are paying attention. We see the pattern of predetermined outcomes, and we see the lack of transparency. You may go ahead and appoint who you want tonight, but just know people are watching, people are remembering, and people are holding you accountable. You did the wrong thing by not interviewing everyone, and it's shameful.
Thank you. Yeah, Jim?
First of all, I have to correct you, Greg, this is not your meeting. I don't know who gave you that idea. You own this place. That's a joke, bro. But I'm one of the people that put in application. Quite honestly, it was never my life's pursuit to be on the planning commission. But because I realized there's a need for it, I did. I got plenty of stuff to do, bro. But I dropped off an application to your house in person, man to man, right?
Yep.
Crickets. You know, it's impressive you sit up here and swing that hammer and everything, and you're taking control, you're being the big man, but, you know, tell people to be respectful. Respect is earned, Greg. You don't get it because you got a title. And all these people that elected you, you know what I get? I drop it off to your office. I come talk to you in between that time. You don't even mention it. Whether or not you appoint me selected, I don't care, man. I do not care. But you know how you earn respect? Acknowledging people. A response. You know what I got in a response, Greg? You took my application straight to your boss's office here, and I get a response from Pam. Is she your secretary? Is she? Why do I get a response from her and nothing from you? That's how you earn people's respect. Be a man. At least acknowledge people. Don't give me an interview. I don't care. I got enough to do. But people see that, Greg. And you're not winning any respect by swinging your little hammer up there and yelling at people and claiming it's your meeting and smirking as they talk to you.
I'm a happy guy.
Good for you. Good for you. And everybody sees you, Greg. It's not impressive, bro. It's not. And you made two promises at the last meeting, one to Chris and one about Noah with the fire. You're going to talk to the fire chiefs. I'm going to put that on the agenda because Noah got straight up screwed by you people. I got quotes from you guys written, none of your stuff adds up. You cut me off at the last public comment. And you made a promise to Chris to put certain things on the agenda. It's not here. You all agreed, every one of you. My whole point at the beginning public comment, none of you know what you're accusing Noah of. And you yourself, Greg, the first question you asked, how many acres do you have, Noah? You got 3 acres? No. How many acres do you have, Greg? You don't have 3. That's on the agenda. You don't have to look. It's on there. I checked. How many acres do you have, Greg? Because you admitted yourself, I burn in a 3-foot fire pit, and I worry about it. You admit to breaking the same rule that she accused him of, and then you guys all sit there and go, we need to revisit the ordinance. We're going to do that. But before we revisit it, we're going to make Noah pay $1,500 before we get our crap together and figure out what we're doing. That's why you need people like me and Tim and Becky, because we pay attention to those details. You have no idea what you're doing, Greg. And the reason these meetings get out of order, 100% on your shoulders.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Tim?
Tim Broad, Tyrone Township. I just want to thank David Carnes. He drove 150 miles here to give his approval of a couple people for the board. That's quite a distance there, Greg.
Okay. You all set? Are you all set? Do you have any other comments?
You're such a disappointment, Greg. Such a disappointment.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
I'm sure you do.
Anybody else? Sure, Scott.
Scott Dieter, White Lake Road. I thank you for the opportunity to put my application in. I didn't get interviewed, I'm sorry, but that's fine. I'm not gonna make a crap show out of it by attacking anybody. In regards to.
I didn't interview a lot of people.
No, I understand.
I received a lot
I
of
respect it.
applications.
Listen,
And I thank everyone
I
who
respect
applied
it. I
for their
respect it.
interest.
but I can see where we'd be if we did pick them. So anyways, this development over here, I'd like to know, I've read as much as I could, because I'm really worried about this septic field. I know this, like a lot of things get pushed down our throat. What's gonna happen when this thing fails up? It's no longer useful? Did Evo give us a way out? Since they said this is a good thing. We've been down this road with, the drain commissioners and everything else, they say, well, this is all made for 100-year flood. If we could take a 100-year storm, well, we could handle this. Well, we've already found out it hasn't happened. We end up having problems, floods. What's going to happen to my neighbors that live around there? Our neighbors live back here. I worked on the townhouse over here, along with a lot of people working on that building and everything else. And there's water sitting all the way over here, all the way to the service drive. Okay? So that septic field is not going to hold up. I don't care what boss engineering says. I don't trust any of them because all the experts in the past have all missed out really bad. I mean, they told us, oh, no, it's going to work. And just like the Zilwaukee Bridge, we've been fixing that for how long?
All right,
If I could.
I think that mic is,
I don't think I can hear. Terry, can you check that mic again for me, please? I can't. I know I only have hearing in one ear, but I can't.
tap it.
Okay, it wasn't on, okay. Usually I can hear him echoing, but I couldn't hear him.
I'd like to make a comment, Greg.
Is the public done?
On the agenda items.
Okay.
Dean Haas, Walnut Shores. Jeanette, you're partially right, but not completely. At one point, Mr. Cunningham did interview. Matter of fact, I believe, Jennifer, you were on this board when I interviewed for a position many, many years ago. And I think they interviewed 3 or 4 people publicly in the meeting for the position. And it was quite a while ago. But Mr. Cunningham did do that. I don't know why he quit doing it at the end, but it was for a position, to fill a position. I'd like to see go back to that. Maybe you don't, you say you have a lot of people that have applied. Well, maybe pick 3 or 4 good ones and bring them in front of the board, in front of the public, and interview them. That's the way it should be done. And again, it used to be done. I know because I interviewed for a board position with Mr. Cunningham.
A
So,
board position or
Yeah,
planning?
board position. It was a replacement for a board, for the board.
The board does do that.
Yeah.
Sorry, the board does do
Yeah,
that.
but I'm saying, he used to interview, and I'd like to see that done for the planning commission.
Okay.
There's no reason we can't. If we can do it for the board, we should do it for the planning commission, ZBA. Maybe not all of them, but at least pick some of the best applicants and bring them in front of them, let them explain their experience, let them explain to the rest of the board, so that everybody here can hear what their experience is. And then, of course, Greg, you did, but you would say, hey, I think this is the best person, what do you think, board? And the board would say, yeah, we're okay with you bringing that person forward. So, that's all I got to say, thank you.
Are we all set with public remarks on the agenda?
Mr. Chairman, I just wanted to say on record that it's unusual for a board member to address the board as a member of the public.
So noted. Moving on to our second public remarks. Sure thing, Becky.
Permission to hand out information to the board. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You guys don't need this because you already got it. Thank you. Thank you. I'm here tonight because I will not stay quiet about the disgraceful behavior of Planning Commissioner Kevin Ross and the silence from Supervisor Greg Carnes. At the July 15 meeting, Kevin Ross body shamed me, agreeing my ass was big.
No, you're done. You're done.
Oh, I'm not done.
Yeah, you are.
And also another resident
already
needs
answered this.
to drink
You're done.
bleach.
You're done.
That's harassment.
Back to your seat.
That's bullying, and that's a threat. No one should feel unsafe or demeaned at a public meeting. Last of all, by an appointed official. And right now, I do not feel safe in this township when people like this are sitting on your board. I filed a complaint with Supervisor Carnes over a month ago.
There's no grounds for that, Greg.
I followed up with 7 unanswered emails to Mr. Carnes.
What is this a call to the public right now?
Yes.
So it's not prior business, it's called to the public?
Yes.
So she has 3 minutes.
It's called the First Amendment.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Since you disrupted me, you can restart your clock.
Yep, restart the clock. Give her time back.
You're gonna ignore like the 7 emails?
I answered her email.
Since you disrupted me, restart your clock.
Didn't we answer her?
Oh yeah, Chuck answered it. You mean you didn't answer it? 7 disregarded emails to you, Mr. Carnes. 7. Funny, you answered me today. Today. I finally got a response. And somehow this behavior from Kevin Ross is apparently acceptable, especially since you just reappointed him to the Planning Commission. That's not a cover-up. That's not leadership. Or that's a cover-up. That's not leadership. And it's not just Carnes. Pam and Jennifer have been copied on these emails from the beginning. That's why I didn't give you this information. I gave the other 3 board members the email that Greg Carnes sent me today, along with proof that Kevin Ross was commenting about the size of my ass in text message. Oh, you don't care?
I don't, because
Good.
he didn't
Good
make
for
that
you.
comment.
But he did make the freaking comment. Now let's talk about accountability. How does Kevin Ross' wife even hold her head up in this community, knowing her husband behaves like this? If my spouse sat on this board and body shamed women, you can turn
on your 3 minutes. So
bullshit.
Thank
You
you.
restart that clock because you interrupted me.
Your 3 minutes
Greg.
is over.
Sheriff?
I don't have a say on that.
He needs to restart it.
Your 3 minutes is up.
You interrupted me.
This is BS, Greg.
You interrupted me for over a minute.
I am, because it's unreasonable what you're asking.
He interrupted me. He interrupted me. I didn't get my 3 minutes because he spent a minute of it talking.
Ears are ringing. Okay, honestly, you don't have to scream at
I
us.
think we need to
No.
adjourn the meeting.
So you can't,
Unbelievable.
So it's okay for you to interrupt me.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Yeah.
Talk about my ass again. Talk about my ass again.
Don,
No way.
wrap it up.
We get our.
I make a motion to
Okay, that's what Mr. Cunningham did before. You guys want to do that?
Is this
The
important
public
to the
has a
board?
right to speak.
Is this important to the board?
Yes,
Yes, it
the
is.
public has a right to speak.
Conduct is out of control.
You know what, we have a policy, a conduct policy,
Yeah.
it's not
Oh,
being
Kevin
followed.
Ross
Well,
is
because he's
talking about my ass.
interrupting
No,
every
she's
second.
yelling. I'm not gonna stay here and have anybody yell at me. I'm not, just like.
I made a motion. I made a motion to adjourn.
Then
Do I have a
talk,
second?
talk, don't yell at
Then
us.
stop
Talk.
yelling at us.
I am not.
Oh, yeah, you are.
No.
Herman, did you second the motion?
Yeah, hey, Herman's going.
All in favor?
Yeah.
Aye. Motion carries. We're adjourned.
Yep.
Thanks, chickens.
See ya. Nobody cutting you.
No guts.
Make sure that-
No guts.
What do you got?
Okay, anybody wants to make a public comment, I am still live streaming.
Only got 10 minutes to leave.